What's up, guys? It's Quicksilver here, and I am in the access tunnel, I guess, here from the mine shaft that leads to the Blaze farm. We'll continue with the pig farm in just a minute here, but I wanted to give you guys kind of an update here on what I've done. As you can tell, like I said before, I mean, when you put some normal blocks down here in the nether, it becomes pretty easy to see them. So I'm actually going to rush over to here. I'm hoping I don't get attacked by any ghast. I have found they don't destroy these blocks, but they can punch holes in things with them. So I usually don't hang out here for too long, but there's the skull as it stands now. There's still maybe a little bit more work that I'd like to do to it, but I feel pretty good about where it is right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll head inside here. And inside here initially, I like how the lava is working here. It's a great light source, man. I have, obviously, typical of me, I've got torch spam everywhere. May eventually change that into glowstone since I'm in the nether. There's still a little bit of stuff that I want to do. I'm not sure I like seeing this skull from the back. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. Maybe I'll turn this into something so I can kind of look out of it or something. I don't know. It's easy to pretty easy to jump up into. Except if I screw up, I'll fall into lava, and that would kind of sort of suck. So anyway, yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how this is kind of turning out. There's our access to the nether fortress, actually, I guess above there. I've put in a little bit of a enchanting center down here since it's so quick to get XP from the blaze. I've got an efficiency 4 and breaking 3 fortune 2 pick already, and an efficiency 4 pick that I've enchanted off of that, and I'm actually level 20 right now, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I've also got my little mini storage area, I guess, kind of started here. Ultimately, I'll probably make this a little more aggressive because I have a feeling I'm going to get a bunch of stuff down here. I did modify this a little bit. I've thrown in the I think anyway, I don't think I should have this done when I talked to you guys last. I've thrown in hoppers here that are feeding into this chest, and these are backward steps right here so that I can actually open that chest up, and I'm just collecting all the blaze rods and all that good stuff right here. The only kind of sort of problem I have with this area now, and it's why this is closed right now instead of open, is between having these guys in here, which lets them drop down a little tiny bit lower than a normal block would, and the fact that I approach this thing from below. If I'm coming up this thing right here and there are blaze in there, they can actually see me and take shots at me. So I've got this done. I have these half slabs in here so I can stand right here in AFK and I don't have to ever worry about them seeing me. But if I pop that open, then they'll drop right down in here. We can close it up, and then we can do the crusher and we can take these guys out. So it still works. It's fully functional, does everything that it's supposed to do and that it did do, but now it's just a little safer to use, and I don't have to worry about it when I'm rushing up and down as long as I keep it closed. So the I guess the closure that I've got there actually pulls double duty there, which is nice. So yeah, you can see it's excellent XP. I wish these guys would start getting trapped in there instead of wandering out of here. I can't stand these things. Then yeah, I still have my redstone access back here, and then I still have, man, those things are loud. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the sound all the way off so I don't have to listen to any of that junk. But yeah, I still have my redstone access there, and these were actually the steps originally that went up, so if I knock this stuff out, I can actually get back up into the nether fortress. But I was thinking about it. I think because I have the where am I going here? Okay, here we go. Because I have this access door over here to get up into the fortress, I don't think I'm really going to ever need to go back up that staircase. Didn't want to wall it off or anything, but I figured this would be a better solution to it. So I still have access to it if I need it, but I certainly don't think I'm gonna need it. But yeah, so that's where we are down here. I wanted to give you guys kind of a quick peek at it. I'm actually going to turn this up a little bit here because there could be some ghast out here, and I'd rather hear them before they start shooting at me. Although I don't know, that's not going to really do much for me. I think I need to do a little bit of shaping still with the skull here. I'm not entirely pleased with it. It doesn't look rounded. It doesn't feel rounded enough to me. So I might still, let's see if I can get a better view of it from back here. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. I think maybe this needs to continue up, or maybe those need to come out right there. It makes it look a little too wide. So yeah, it needs a little bit more work, but I'm pretty pleased overall with how it's coming along here. I still need to figure out something a little more aggressive with this hallway. Just kind of having this nether rat cave is just a little weird, but I don't know. It works for now, and like I said, I wanted to give you guys a quick update there. But now I will head back over to the, I guess, the overworld, and we'll get back in on the pig farm, because that's, I'm sure, what you guys would rather be seeing right now. So I'm going to head up there, and I'll talk to you in just a minute. Okay guys, so we're back over here at the pig farm. I did do one little thing. Well, actually, I've done a lot of little things. I've kind of cleaned up the way this looks a little bit. I'm still not sure I'm thrilled with how boxy this thing looks, but I think it's going to suit our purposes. If you have not watched the first one to see what exactly it is we're looking at, go ahead and check out the Pig Farm 2.0 Part 1 video, and that'll give you more of an idea of what's happening here. Just to show you what I'm doing now, before I show you one thing that I have changed, or that I'm going to change actually with you guys on camera, I've been breeding these guys over here a little bit in the old villager hut that I had working, and eventually I'm just going to trot them right up here, and I've kind of done a little terraforming here so we can pop them up here, and then I will stand over here with a carrot, and hopefully they'll be dumb enough to drop in here, and if not, then I'll lure them up here and I'll shove them in. But either way, this will be how we're going to get the pigs into the actual farm itself. And now, actually, we're going to go inside the farm because there's the little modification that I want to make. I have to actually climb in here. Oh man! So I guess thing one. Let's get this stuff out of the way. There we go, and I'll get that thing back now too. It occurs to me in thinking about this, and I don't think I'm even going to monkey with it. The way that I have this set up works really great for any kind of a swimming mob to just kind of go around in a circle like this forever. But I don't know. This could be a potential problem right here. This is a dead spot for the baby pigs, and my fear is if it's a 1 block high mob and for some reason it happens to bob underneath that thing, it's not necessarily going to get pushed around all nice and neat like we're doing. So I think at this point what I'm going to do, and this may just be me being paranoid, but I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop all these guys out of here, and I'll show you what we're going to do. I think I'm just going to basically keep the... There we go. That's interesting. Apparently I placed it there. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, and it's probably going to take a little bit of monkeying down here as well, I think... let me figure out what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm going to chop these guys out, and what I did was I made a trip over to... Yeah. I made a trip over to my... Oh, that isn't good. I've got still water sources here. Okay, so I still definitely have a little bit more work I'm going to have to do in here as well. I want to change that because I can't have that being still. I don't know why I tore out all that. Yeah, because see, the problem is if these things are still and the baby pigs fall in here, they'll just sit here and drown instead of getting pushed where we want them to go. So, yeah, I got a little bit more playing around to do with this. I think what I'll do is I'll let these still water source blocks actually be underneath the part that I just chopped out. But the important thing for me here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place an ice block in right there. And okay, this is why I got extra stuff. Apparently I've got something that's a little too close here. I have a heat source that's a little too close here. So I'm going to have to figure out... Oh, man, this is going to be really annoying. Yep, that torch right there is what's doing it. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to light this thing more in the corners now instead of where I was lighting it, and then yeah, just kind of reconfigure some things down here a little bit, because I don't want to melt my ice, but I do want to make sure that the pigs are going to actually drop down where we need them to drop down. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and replace I guess all of these guys. Do the same thing down low. I wonder why I did that. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my ice blocks in place, make sure that they're not going to melt on me now. I'm going to want them to be there underneath these signs, because ultimately that's going to be where where we'll have a dead spot, and I'm hoping that the water pressure will just push them right across it and into the next thing. So we will see. I actually probably don't need the water down here, but yeah, alright, I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera because there's going to be a lot of me fighting the water currents and stuff like that while I try and do this. But I will be right back, and I'll show you what my solution for the water down here is, as well as the lighting and all that good stuff. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here we go. We're back in here now, and what I've done, I've completely unlit this bottom part, and I don't think that's going to matter since I've got water completely covering the floor there. I don't have to worry about mobs spawning or anything like that. And then what I did here is I just dug back a block underneath this outer ring here where the mobs are going to kind of carousel around. And yeah, so the water source blocks that we have are actually underneath here, so it shouldn't matter. Anywhere that the baby pigs will go into this thing, they should be hitting water, and that should move them down to here, which will then in turn move them up, or let them mobivate up over here. So I think we've got this thing as far along as pretty much as far along as we can for now. I guess I gotta put my water back in here though. That might be a good thing before I decide to throw some pigs in here. So alright, let's go ahead and do that, and I guess I can get some more of these signs back too. They're up here. Yeah, that's working great, because if I try and run across that that water myself, that ice myself, I just slide right across. I'm just popping my finger off the key as soon as I hit the ice, boom, and it just pushes me right on across where the other water stream will pick them up. So since that's what I've got there, so if I throw a water source block here, and then I'll throw another one here, yep, that's without me even touching anything. It pulled me right across that block. So that's great. That should work the same way with the pigs. And then on top of that, I guess the other thing too is I probably don't even need the ice. It might be a little bit of overkill for the amount of pigs I would like to have inside of that thing, getting shoved around in a circle. I don't think I'm going to even need to have the ice blocks to keep them moving. But just to be on the safe side, I don't want to have. I've already had one pseudo failure of a pig farm. I don't want to have another one. And yeah, I've got my hand completely off the keyboard now, and actually I'll just use the mouse so I can turn this around. But yeah, it's just keeping us moving just like it did before, but at this point I don't have to worry about any of the pigs getting drowned. So I think that's going to be our, I'm going to call that successful there. And at this point I think I'm ready to go ahead and let's move some of the pigs over in here, and I will do that off camera because I don't want to make you guys watch me swearing at swine and all that happy stuff. But yeah, I think once we get those guys in there now, and I'll just grab a couple of them out of here, that way if I fail there won't be a big deal. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll sleep off the night. I'll grab these, actually I'll grab the carrots on my way. But yeah, I'll come right back and we will see, we'll make sure that we can actually get some pigs in there and see who mob evades up. That's my only other concern, is that once I have the pigs moved over here, if I jump in here, I think what, like where my feet are is actually an air block. So I think what might happen is the baby pigs, when they get shoved down here, that might not be good right here either. I might have to, yeah, I've got the same thing going on here. So maybe I'll change that into an ice block, and then I'll move these guys the same way. But anyway, to continue my thought, my only fear is if the baby pigs are swimming up, well, I don't know. We'll see what we get. We may mob evade some baby pigs up here, and if we do, then I'm going to have to be a little concerned with how we're actually going to hold them until they grow into adult pigs, because the current method that I would use, like I did for the cows, there would be a half slab they'd be sitting on, and we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out of there. But with the baby pigs, as we know from the design of this in general, they're going to slide right underneath the half slab. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and I'll fix the water down here by using ice as well. And we'll go ahead and I'll be right back, and we'll get the pigs in there, and we'll give them a feeding, and we'll see kind of what we get. Alright guys, so I've got some pigs in the system now, and it's working great. They're going around in, well, I guess in a square very nicely. There's no slowdowns or anything like that. But the one thing, the little side effect that I didn't count on is I forgot, when I originally had this, I had this little round of half slabs up here in place so that the pigs couldn't hop out of here. And I don't think I need that anymore since I changed the way the water flows here. I don't think there's any danger of them getting out through that hole. It'll be interesting to see what happens when I pull a carrot here, and we'll see what we get. I want to actually get this guy over here, and then hopefully I can hold him up here. There's so few pigs in here. They're oh, come on, you know you want the carrot. There we go. He's fighting the current pretty well. Hopefully he'll catch up to his buddy here. Come on, dude. I've only got 2 in the system right now because I don't want to waste them in case this doesn't work. It's interesting, actually, one of these things I thought, oh, this is great, because I had a baby pig that actually had glitched through the fence. And I thought, oh, that's great, I can just push him in here and make sure that he goes around and everything works out just great. But as it turned out, what the hell's the other guy? Oh, I bet he's fighting it back this way. Oh, you turd. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put the carrot away. That'll push him around faster. They caught up to each other, though, so it shouldn't be that bad. But anyway, yeah, I thought, oh, this will be great. I can get this baby pig in here. Life will be good. And, yeah, well, what happened was the baby pig actually actually grew into a full-grown pig as soon as he got around here. So, there we go. All right. Well, there we go. We have a baby pig in the system now. Hopefully he will get shoved underneath. And, again, there may be an issue because there's not many of them here, but, oh, I think he might have just made it under there. So that'll be good, because that's the one unknown that I've got, is I'm not sure what's going to happen to him when he gets down here. I'm really, really hoping that's what the whole point of this test is. I will say one thing I was very pleased by, guys, is getting him into this thing to load it up was a piece of cake. I didn't bother with leads or anything like that like I did over here, which is honestly a real pain in the ass. Just brought him right over here. They did, when I tried to stand up here and lure them over with the carrot, they were smart enough to walk around with the AI is that good, but they'd walk over to here and they'd stop, so I'd just kind of come around and just bloop, they'd pop right in there. So if you are wondering, it's really easy to deal with those guys if you are trying to build this in your own world. It seems pretty straightforward, simple. So, man, I wonder where this baby is. I hear him, but I can't see him, and I don't really want to get in the trap. Let's jump down underneath and see what we can see. Oh, there he is. Okay, so... Oh, man, what happened here? Oh, he's just hanging out on the ice, isn't he? So the water's not strong enough here. What's he doing? He's glitching through the ice? Oh, come on, Mojang. Get your stuff together, guys. That isn't right. Ah, man, I can't even fight the current down here. It's so damn strong. Alright, well, obviously this is unacceptable, where he's getting stuck, so I may have to look at how the water is moving. We're just going to push him on over. I want to see what's going to happen now. Okay, yeah, it's not Mojang. The water source stops right there. So, okay, well, keep going, buddy. Let's see what you're going to do. Will you mob evade, or are you going to just hang out down here? I think he's probably just going to hang out down here, and that's fine as long as he mob evades up when he becomes an adult pig. So, alright, I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to go AFK right here. And we'll just at least I hope. I'm just going to hang out right here on the ice block that we've got, and I'll just watch this guy for a little bit. So I will check back in with you when he becomes a full-grown pig, and we'll make sure that he mob-evates up and out, because if so, that could be perfect. Although there's only one of them right now, so I don't know. We'll see what happens when there are multiple babies down here. It might be a little different dynamic. Some of them, he might get pushed up instead of hanging out back there. So yeah, I don't know. We still have some work to do on this thing, but that's why we're here. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I've got a problem in here that I've got to try and figure out how I want to deal with it. The breeding, I think, is going to work just fine. There's a slime in here. I'm assuming he just trying to track me and hopped in here. Actually, I'm not sure how the hell he got in here. He couldn't have spawned in here. We're not low enough, so I'll have to deal with him. But the bigger problem is this guy back here. He shouldn't be here right now, and unfortunately, I think because what happens is the baby pigs are getting pushed back here into this still block. They're just kind of hanging out, and then when they become a full pig, they are not. There we go. Aha, so that's where he came from. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, yeah, the pig is not mob evading up, so I definitely have a problem I've got to figure out. So I may have to come up with a different kill mechanism here. I'd still like to find a way to automate this if I can, so I'm going to look into that, and I'll check in with you guys when I have a better solution. I bet that slime probably just hopped right in through here. So, alright, anyway, I'll be back when I have a better solution for this. Alright guys, so I had to completely rethink the killing mechanism for this thing. Unfortunately, my attempts to mob evade the guys up here are not going to work out. There's some kind of weird behavioral thing that happens. If I send in adult pigs when I do test into my mob evader, they go up no problem. But if I send a baby pig in and he matures to an adult, he'll just sit there and either drown in the stream or will just refuse to go up. So based on that, and I tried a couple of different ways of doing it. I dropped I put a half slab underneath it, thinking, okay, the babies will be in an air spot, and then when they grow up, their heads will be in the water and they'll start to swim. And that's where I was just getting occasionally it would work, but I was getting more mass pig annihilations with lots of pork down at the bottom. And I was thinking, well, maybe I can make some sort of an item elevator to get the pork out of there that doesn't come off, but it just seemed kind of futile. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to abandon the goal of actually cooking them, and I'm just going to go with kind of what Asuma does in his video that I will link in here as well. So what I have done now is I have gone ahead and I've dug down here. I've kind of prettied this up already a little bit too. Right there is where the old waterway was that was going to send our pigs to the mob evader, and instead it's going to send them to this edge and drop them down. Only a 2-block fall, so they shouldn't take any damage. Not that it really matters a ton, but onto our little hopper chain that's going to then feed into this chest, where I've been collecting cobblestone apparently. But what I'm going to do to to make sure they can't get out of there is I'm going to take advantage of a little bit of I guess it's kind of a glitch, but I'm going to throw a fence post there, so that's 1.5 slabs, or 1.5 spaces high, so basically to here is free, but the baby pigs could still hop up over them and get out here, so I'm going to do that. But I can still hit the back wall here, so I should be able to kill any of them that are in there without any difficulty. So I think at this point we should have a pretty decent pig farm. One other thing that I noticed is I have lost a couple of pigs in here. When I logged out and I logged back in, I heard kind of a horrible squealing noise, and I'm wondering if there's not some other glitchiness going on with animals right now in the game, because I noticed all of my chickens, the egg producing ones in the top of the head, last time I logged in, every damn one of them was dead. So I'm not sure what's going on there, if that's a glitch they're working out. It shouldn't be a glitch in the design. They're obviously the guys that are in there should be safe. The guys that are in here are just floating around in a big square, which obviously they're not right now because I've only got 2 of them in there. But yeah, so I don't know if there's something glitchy going on, so I think I'm going to keep breeding them over here, as well as have the ones in here that I'm going to use to make the baby pigs and kill and eat those guys. But yeah, I'm hoping that's something that Mojang will work out. I'm not sure if that's a known bug or if it's something that I just kind of found. I can't imagine it's something that is unique to my world or unique to me, so I'm sure those guys are working on it. But yeah, in the meantime, I guess I'm going to get some pigs in here and we can get this thing kind of started here. So I will show you the process, because I know I kind of chatted about it a little bit before, but I didn't really show you anything. So let's get those guys over here. The one thing I'm really not going to like is this kind of hole that I have here now. I may have to try and find some way to cover this up a little better, but neither here nor there for now. Let's just let a few of these guys out. Come on, guys, you know you want out. Yep. And we'll start with you two. Yep. Oh, look, yummy carrots. Come on, pigs. One thing that I will note about this design, the way that I have this set up, because there are 4 dead spots on there where the ice is, it seems like usually the pigs kind of zip around on them, but as you could tell by the guys that were in there, every now and then they do find a way that they can just kind of stop on there. So I think the key to that is going to be to have at least 4 pigs in here at all times. As long as I do have the 4 in here, then one will bump into the next one. Now right now they're not going to do it because they're fighting the current, because I've got a carrot that they want. So, but let's get you up there too. Come on, buddy. But as long as we have more than 4, then there should always be at least one of them that's not on the ice that can kind of run over into the other guys and shove them off the ice and either take their place or keep them pushed around or whatever. So see, yeah, you can tell like right there where they all bang into each other. Suddenly I've got the carousel of pigs going. So I think that's going to do the work for us that we need it to do. Let's get some more of these guys out. Yep, you know it. Come on out, Porky. Come on, you two. Oh, come on, you tease. Alright. Oh, hello. Come here, you. We'll fix that fence in just a minute, guys. But alright, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load this thing up with some more pigs, and I'll be right back and we'll give it a good test and see if we can't get some pork out of this thing. Alright guys, so it seems to be working. I have not completely loaded this thing to maximum capacity yet. I think I've got about 8 pigs in here maybe. Something like that. And as you can see, they are hopping around. The nice thing, like I said, I'm not experiencing any lag or anything like that with this, which is awesome. I did just feed the pigs, so if we go down here now, we should see some pigs down in here. Excellent. Yep, I see some babies. So yep, there's 4 of them running around in there. So as soon as those guys grow up, I'll chop them up into bacon and they should load right into here. Now hopefully that glitching crap won't continue to happen. You know, I might actually just throw some solid blocks underneath that. That's probably going to be smart just to make sure it doesn't, but I'm not going to worry about that until after I've butchered these guys. So alright, I think that's going to be it, guys. I will continue to work with this thing and give you updates on how it works. If it sucks, then we'll be in search of another pig farm. But with that, I'm going to call the 2.0 version of this done. I'm going to go sleep off the night and maybe try and work some more with getting my ultimate villager. Still working on trying to get the paper vendor. So anyway, I'll get him eventually one of these days, and I will show him off proudly to you. God, look at all the mobs over there. So anyway, yeah, hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give me a little thumbs up. It really helps the channel out a lot. And if you really liked it, go ahead and subscribe, and I will keep putting out these videos. So I'll catch you guys next time.